for enshrinement in the Pro Football Hall of Fame is his wife, Barbara Riley, and his presenter and son, Ken Riley II.
Years ago, when I was talking to my father, I told him I wouldn't visit Ken until he was enshrined. And now I'm here today, and I believe that he and my grandmother are smiling down on us. My father played with the Bengals for 15 years, from 1969 until '83. And even though he never played defense until they drafted him, my father, Ken Riley, ended his career as the #4 all-time interception leader. Today, 40 years later, he's still tied for #5. My father was a true professional from start to finish. As a kid, I didn't know what I was watching when he was training on those long, hot summer Florida days. Sometimes we would ride along in the car as he ran on those old country roads. But as a man, I understand that I was seeing the dedication, commitment, and hard work that it takes to be great. The good ones make it look easy. Most people think they're just born with talent, which is true, but what they don't see is the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into making that talent shine. Dad is just being inducted today, but his whole life, he was a Hall of Famer on and off the field. My father was a God-fearing man, always told us to keep God first. He cared about his family, his community, and kids. He was a family man to the bone, and being away from us for months at a time while he played was a giant sacrifice. And then, when his playing days were over, he sacrificed again, this time putting his career second to his family. He had a budding NFL coaching career, but took a job at his alma mater, Florida A&M University. He did that because he loved the school, but also because he thought we would be happier back in Florida that we weren't in Green Bay, especially my sisters. Once we was at FAMU, he got calls from SMU, Georgia Tech, and others, but he didn't leave. It was important to him that we all finish our education. And thanks to his and my mother's guidance, we all graduated with college degrees. My sister, Kim, she's in the audience. She has a doctorate in pharmacy, and she's been a pharmacist for over 20 years. My younger sister, Kanisha, she has a bachelor's in physical therapy and a master's in public health. Cameron, Chance Connor, Ken KJ Riley III, Caden Riley, his 4 grandsons. I hope that we're making them proud. I want to say a couple of words to my mother, one of the strongest women I know. My dad always used to say that marrying Barbara Candy Moore was the best decision he ever made, and he was right. When he was doing the season, she was mom and dad. She was the rock of our family. And even though she was working as a teacher, she always made sure that we had everything we needed. Mom, I know it's hard to see the fruition of everything you and Dad worked for and him not being here with us today, but all the love that everyone is here is feeling for him, that's for you too. Because of the way you supported him and helped him stay strong for the 51 plus years that you two were married. Finally, I want to say thank you to everyone who's here today to share with this great day with us. Many thanks to the Hall President, John Porter, all the volunteers, all the staff, and all of the voters who made this happen. To the fans, all of the Who Dey Nation, want to give a special shout out, Who Dey, to Bengal Jim and his wife. He's been a great support over the past few years. To my dad's former teammates, a lot of who are here today, Ken Anderson, Isaac Curtis, Lewis Breeden, Reggie Williams, Leap and Lamar Parrish, and some of his peers, Mel Blunt, James Lofton, Coach Forrest Gregg. This guy's always been in support. I also want to thank the Bengals organization, Coach Paul Brown, who gave him that start, Mike Brown, and all of the Brown family, and to everyone who loved the game the way that he did. It's been a long time coming, Dad, but you made it. Thank you.
Ken Riley II, speaking on behalf of his late father, who is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame now after a very long wait.